When God is about to bless you with something big, it rarely happens the way you expect. The road to greatness is usually filled with struggles, obstacles, and moments where nothing seems clear. In life, there are no quick routes to real success, and there are no easy ways to reach the dreams that live deep in your heart. But when God is preparing to give you something important, He doesn't just hand it over. He shapes you into the kind of person who can carry the weight of that blessing. And this process of shaping is often uncomfortable. You'll feel like you're being stretched far beyond what you thought you could handle. The things you used to hold onto may begin to fall away. Old habits will break. Certain relationships might shift. Your world might feel unfamiliar. But don't get lost in the confusion. That discomfort you're feeling is proof that God is doing something within you. He's shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for what's to come. When God is about to give you something big, He doesn't just place it in your lap. Instead, He puts you through a time of preparation. And most times, that preparation looks like pruning, cutting away everything that doesn't serve your purpose anymore. He removes what isn't needed so you can hold what is coming. Even if you don't fully understand it right now, the pain, the setbacks, the letting go, it's all part of the journey. Just like a tree has to be pruned in order to bear more fruit, you too must go through seasons of refinement to handle the greatness that's on the horizon. During this time, you'll face tests. Tests of your patience. Tests of your faith. Tests of your endurance. There will be moments where you feel discouraged, moments where you wonder if anything good is really coming. But don't forget, God doesn't test you to break you. He tests you to build you. He knows your strength, even when you doubt it yourself. He allows these challenges because He's already placed within you what you need to overcome them. This season of waiting, of feeling like you're stuck, isn't wasted time. It's where you learn patience, where you learn to trust, where you learn to lean fully on Him. If you look at the most powerful stories of transformation, whether in Scripture or in life, there's always a pattern: preparation through difficulty. Look at David. Before he became king, he spent years in hiding, running from Saul, dealing with rejection. But that season of struggle was shaping him into a leader. Joseph was sold by his own brothers, thrown into prison, forgotten. Yet every hardship was leading him to the position of power where he would save many. Greatness is never born out of ease. It's built in seasons of hardship. So when you feel like things are being taken from you, people, opportunities, habits, don't panic. That's part of the preparation. God removes things not to harm you, but to protect you from what could hold you back. He closes doors because those paths won't take you where He wants you to go. He takes people out of your life because they can't come with you to the next level. It may feel like loss, but it's protection in disguise. And yes, that may leave you feeling lonely. It may leave you feeling like no one understands. But that isolation, that's where clarity is born. In that quiet space, God gets your full attention. He clears the noise so you can hear His voice. Your heart becomes ready for what's next. Sometimes, God needs to get you alone so He can lead you clearly. Another sign that something big is coming is when you feel something stirring inside of you. A deep longing, a restlessness, a feeling that your current situation no longer matches who you are becoming. You can't explain it, but you know there's something more. You feel a pull toward something greater, even if you can't see it yet. That's not just you being impatient. That's God shifting your spirit to match the future He's preparing. Suddenly, the things that used to satisfy you no longer bring peace. What once seemed enough now feels empty. The desires of your heart begin to change. That's because God is realigning your focus. He's turning your eyes toward purpose toward calling, toward impact. The distractions fade away. The shallow things no longer matter. You start to crave meaning over comfort. In these moments, it's so important to hold on to your faith, even when you can't see the full picture, even when nothing around you makes sense. God's timing is never off. He doesn't make mistakes. What you're going through isn't random. It's necessary. It's shaping you, building you, teaching you what you'll need later. The struggles you face now are the training ground for your future. If you can hold on, if you can trust through the tension, you'll come out of this season stronger. You'll carry wisdom, grace, and strength that can't be taught any other way. And when the blessing comes, you'll be able to carry it without breaking, because you were prepared. But preparation also requires movement. When God is getting ready to give you something big, He'll also require action from you. Faith without works is empty. You can't just wait around. You've got to move, even when you don't see the full path. You've got to obey, even when the next step doesn't make sense. That's where your growth happens. That's where God meets you. He won't bless your fear, but He will bless your obedience. He rewards those who trust Him enough to step forward. So don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready. Move now, with what you have. Trust that each step you take in faith is a step closer to what He's promised. So if you're feeling lost, uncertain, or uncomfortable right now, don't be discouraged. Those are signs that something big is on its way. Don't run from the process. Embrace it. Trust it. Know that God is not punishing you. He's preparing you. What's coming is greater than anything you've seen. And when it arrives, you'll carry it with strength, with grace, and with purpose. When God is about to do something significant in your life, the journey often starts with a series of challenges. And that's no accident. It's part of His plan. Big blessings don't come easy. They come after seasons of refining. Struggles are not signs that you've been forgotten. They're signs that you're being molded. Just like an athlete has to train hard before the big game, or an artist has to practice before showing the world their work, you too must go through seasons of preparation before stepping into your calling. The hardships you face, whether it's a loss, a financial burden, a broken relationship, or inner doubt, are not here to destroy you. They're here to shape you into someone who can handle more. Like gold purified in fire, your faith, your character, and your strength are being purified in the heat of your challenges. You might feel like you're about to break, but it's in that very pressure that the person you are meant to become is formed. Think of diamonds, only created under pressure. That weight you feel, it's forming something valuable in you. When you feel like giving up, when the burden feels too heavy, hold on. This isn't the end. It's the middle of your transformation. The pressure you feel now means something powerful is about to be born. The path may be painful, but it has purpose. Every tear, every battle, every delay is building something inside of you. Many times, we pray for ease. We want the blessings without the burden. We ask for success without the struggle. But the truth is, if you received everything you wanted right now, without the preparation, you wouldn't be ready to hold it. The blessings God has for you need a strong foundation, and that foundation is built through trials. If you skip the refining, you miss the strength. If you skip the tests, you miss the growth. And without that growth, the blessing won't last. That's why God takes you through the hard stuff first, so you can sustain the good things when they come. These hard seasons are not here to destroy your faith. They're here to deepen it. In your weakest moments, you'll discover God's strength. When you can't carry yourself, you'll learn to lean on Him completely. That's where unshakable trust is born. That's what prepares you to manage the blessings He's about to give. So no matter how hard this moment feels, know this: it's not the end. It's preparation. God is working in ways you can't yet see. And when the time is right, what's meant for you will come, and you'll be ready, not just to receive it, but to carry it with wisdom, strength, and grace. Discomfort isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that God is shaping you. When the blessing finally arrives, when the doors swing open, when the promise is fulfilled, you'll be ready to carry it, to handle it, and to honor God through it in ways you couldn't have before. So don't hate the struggle. Don't complain about the discomfort. Embrace it, because in the end, you'll understand that it was all a part of the process that brought you to a place where you're more prepared, more capable, and more blessed than you ever thought possible. When God is getting ready to bless you with something extraordinary, He often starts by clearing things out of your life, removing people, situations, and distractions that no longer fit with the purpose He has for you. You might notice that during certain seasons, unexpected losses happen. Some relationships may quietly end. Opportunities you thought were important might vanish suddenly. At first, it can feel painful, even heartbreaking. It may seem like everything is falling apart. But what if those changes aren't rejection, but a deeper part of God's greater plan for you? Pruning is a natural part of growth. Think about a gardener tending a vine or tree. To help the plant grow stronger and bear more fruit, the gardener trims away the dead or overgrown branches. The plant isn't being hurt, it's being made stronger. In the same way, God prunes your life to help you grow. The people and things that were once part of your journey might not be meant to go with you to the next level of your calling. God allows certain things to fall away so you can be ready to receive the new blessings He has waiting for you. It's important to understand that these losses, though painful, aren't the end of your story. They are part of God's careful plan to prepare you for what's ahead. God sees your future in ways you never could. He knows the paths, the people, the opportunities, and even the struggles that will shape your next chapter. Some relationships and situations may have served their purpose already. They were part of a season, not a lifetime. And as hard as it is, sometimes God has to remove the very things holding you back from walking fully in your purpose. This process is not about rejection. It's about rising higher. Think of your life like someone carrying luggage. If you're overloaded with heavy baggage, you can't move easily. You definitely can't run freely toward your purpose. God's pruning and the removal of distractions is His way of lightening your load, so you can focus, so you can move ahead with strength and purpose. The people or situations that were once a part of your life may not fit where you're going anymore. If you're surrounded by the wrong voices or stuck in the wrong places, you can't fully step into the future God has for you. So when God removes something or someone from your life, don't panic. It's often a sign that He's creating space for something better. It might be hard to understand at first. It might even feel like you're being left with less. But trust that God knows exactly what you need. What He's taking away wasn't meant to stay forever. He has something better coming, but first, He needs you to make room for it. Sometimes we hold on too tightly because we're afraid of what we can't see. We don't want to step into the unknown. But remember, God never takes something from your life without the intention of giving you something greater. It may not show up right away. It may take time. But the blessing that follows the pruning is always worth it. You'll eventually realize that what felt like loss was actually divine arrangement. It was a necessary shift to align you with the bigger plan God has written for your life. God doesn't take from us to leave us with nothing. That's not His nature. His goal is always to bless us beyond what we could ask for or even imagine. But before He does, He removes the clutter, the distractions, the unnecessary weight, so we can fully embrace what He wants to give us. So if you're going through a pruning season, don't fight it. Recognize it as preparation. It's not about losing. It's about clearing space for what's next. In these times of change, let go with trust. Let go with faith. Every loss has a reason. Every removal is a divine reshaping. God's plan for your life is too important for you to stay stuck in places or relationships that limit your growth. Trust His wisdom. Know that He's getting your life ready for something amazing. There will be moments when the road ahead seems blurry, when the path you were confident in suddenly seems uncertain. The future can start to feel cloudy. In those moments, it's easy to feel unsure or discouraged. You may wonder if you're still on the right track, or if you'll even make it through the challenges in front of you. But here's something important to hold on to. When the road seems unclear, it's time to put your full trust in God's timing. God's plan for your life is way bigger and deeper than what you can currently see. It's natural to focus on the things right in front of you, the struggles, the roadblocks, the delays. But these very things are what God is using to guide you to the purpose He created for you. Even when things feel confusing, God's timing is never wrong. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't rush or hesitate. His plan is detailed and perfectly fit for your life and your calling. Trusting in God's timing isn't always simple. We live in a world that expects quick results. We're used to getting what we want instantly. So when things take longer than we hoped, our patience runs low. But God doesn't operate on our schedule. His ways are higher. His thoughts are deeper. There may be seasons that feel slow and quiet, but I promise you, God is never still. He is always at work behind the scenes. He is setting things in order. He is connecting the right people and lining up every step for the perfect time. The Bible reminds us that God makes everything beautiful in its time. That means His timing is not random, it's intentional. Take Joseph's story as an example. He was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown in prison. For years he faced hardship. Yet through all of it, God was with him. And when the time was right, Joseph was promoted to a position of great influence, saving many lives, including the very family that had hurt him. If God had moved him sooner, he might not have been ready. God's perfect timing gave Joseph the strength, wisdom, and character needed for the role he was given. You may feel like your own journey is full of delays and setbacks. You might be wondering why doors are closing when you're trying to move forward. But a delay isn't a denial. God is shaping you in the waiting. He's strengthening your character, deepening your faith, and preparing you for what's coming. Every pause has a purpose. The waiting isn't wasted. It's in the waiting that you learn to fully trust Him. It's where you become the person who's ready to receive the blessing. Sometimes it's not just about waiting for God to move. It's also about letting your heart align with His timing. Faith isn't only believing that God can do it. It's believing He'll do it at the right time. It's trusting that even when you only see part of the picture, He sees the whole thing. Trusting God's timing means letting go of your own expectations and believing He knows exactly what's best for you. I know it's not easy to trust when you don't know what's coming, but I encourage you, lean on God's timing. Let go of the need to control. Release the fear, the doubt, and the impatience. Allow God to take the lead. He will carry you through the tough seasons, and when the moment is right, He will open doors that no one else can open. You might not understand it all now, but one day you'll look back and see that everything happened exactly the way it needed to, and you'll be thankful for every single moment you waited. God is always faithful. His timing is always perfect. Trust Him to guide you exactly where you need to go. Believe that He is preparing something more beautiful than you can even imagine, and when the time comes, He will lead you straight into it. Purpose unfolds step by step, right on time. In the end, you'll see that His timing was exactly what shaped everything in your life. Every believer reaches a moment when something starts to move deep inside them, a quiet desire for something more, something beyond the life they're living now. This feeling doesn't come from being ungrateful or unhappy. It's the gentle whisper of God's Spirit inside of you, nudging you toward the purpose He designed for you. It's the start of something new. That stirring is a sign. God is working within you, getting you ready for something far bigger than what you can see right now. At first, it may feel strange or even confusing, like a deep yearning that you can't quite explain. You might feel uneasy, no longer comfortable with your usual routine or lifestyle. It's as if something inside you keeps saying, "There's more for you than this. You were made for greater things." This longing isn't about chasing money, fame, or recognition. It's a deeper pull, a spiritual hunger to see God's plan unfold in your life in ways you never imagined. God is stirring something inside you because He's preparing you to step into something incredible. When this stirring begins, it's common to feel anxious or impatient. You might wonder, why do I feel this way? Why am I no longer satisfied with where I am? But understand this, that feeling is a gift. It's God's way of telling you that He's doing something in your heart, preparing you for the next part of your journey. He's placed a special calling on your life, and this desire for more is the first signal that you're moving toward it. This inner shift often leads to a strong dislike for mediocrity. You begin to feel that your life can't stay trapped in its current state. You start to think, "I know I was made for more than this." You sense there is more purpose, more passion, and deeper fulfillment waiting for you. That is God preparing your heart for the bigger things He has planned. This stirring is not random, and it's not a mistake. It's a divine sign pushing you to grow, to rise higher. And remember, when God stirs your spirit, He always has a plan. He never gives you a hunger for more without a path to reach it. That desire you feel, whether it's to grow spiritually, to expand your reach, to serve in a deeper way, or to do something beyond your current ability, is tied directly to the purpose He made just for you. When you feel this pull, it's time to move. You're being called to step away from what's familiar and move toward what's unknown, trusting that God will show you the way. There's also a challenge here, the challenge to rise above the comfort zone you've stayed in for so long. When God stirs your heart, it's His invitation to break free from the ordinary and reach for something extraordinary. The longing for more is a divine invitation to expand your capacity, to take bold steps, and to stretch beyond what you've known. God is calling you to something greater. But that path won't always be easy. It will take effort. It will take sacrifice. And it will take courage to leave behind the old and walk into the new. But hear this, what God has ahead of you is far greater than anything you've seen before. When He stirs your heart, it's because He's about to bring life to the dreams and purpose He planted in you long ago. So if you're feeling that inner stirring now, that sense that there's more, don't ignore it. Don't let it fade. Lean into it. Follow where it's leading you. Let that desire pull you toward the life God is calling you to live. Remember, God is always faithful to finish the work He started in you. That desire for more is a promise. It's His way of leading you toward a life full of purpose, blessings, and impact that you haven't even seen yet. Answer the call. Trust His timing. Step into the greatness He's preparing you for. The best is yet to come. When God is getting ready to bless you with more than you can imagine, one of the strongest steps you can take is to walk in obedience and action, even when the path ahead isn't clear. That's one of the hardest things for us, isn't it? Not knowing what's coming next can bring fear, doubt, and confusion. We want to know the full plan. We want clear answers. But often, God's plan unfolds one step at a time. He asks us to move forward in trust, even when we don't have the full picture. Obedience isn't about understanding every step before you take it. It's about having a heart that says yes to God, even when you can't see the whole path. Think about Abraham. God told him to leave everything he knew and go to a place that he would show him. Abraham didn't have a map. He didn't have the details. All he had was God's promise. And Abraham went. He moved forward in faith, and God blessed him more than he ever imagined. You see, obedience unlocks blessings. God isn't looking for people who have it all figured out. He's looking for hearts that are willing to trust Him and take action. It's okay to have doubts or concerns, but when you choose to trust that God knows what He's doing, even when it's unclear, that's when your faith becomes real. God rarely gives us the full plan up front. He doesn't always show us every detail of the journey ahead because He wants us to trust Him along the way. He wants to grow our faith, shape our character, and build our confidence in His timing. Obedience without full understanding is one of the deepest ways to show trust in God. Every time you take a step in obedience, you're saying, God, I trust you more than I trust what I see, and He will guide you in His perfect timing. But it's not just about obedience, it's also about action. It's not enough to feel stirred in your heart or to sense that God is calling you to something more. Faith has to move. James 2 verse 26 says that faith without works is dead. So if you truly believe God is calling you, then act on it. Action means doing something, even if you don't have it all figured out. It's choosing to trust that each step you take is leading you closer to the purpose God set for your life. Remember Peter walking on water? When Jesus called him, Peter didn't wait for calm seas or ideal conditions. He stepped out in the middle of the storm, keeping his eyes on Jesus. And as long as he focused on Him, he walked in faith. But when fear crept in, he began to sink. God is asking you to step out of your comfort zone, even when life feels uncertain. Your choice to obey and act will decide if you experience the miracle of walking in faith, or the weight of sinking into fear. When God gives you a calling, He doesn't always show the full picture. Sometimes He gives you just enough light for the next step, and He's asking you to trust Him with the rest. Your decision to move forward without all the answers is the very faith that unlocks His blessings. God won't call you in the wrong direction. If He's asking you to move, He will also give you the strength, clarity, and resources you need. And here's the beautiful truth. God honors your obedience. When you take steps in faith, even without all the answers, He sees it. He knows the courage it takes, and He will bless it. Your obedience is like a seed. It will grow into something far bigger than you expected. God will meet you right where you are, in your faithfulness. He'll open doors only He can open. He's not asking you to know everything. He's asking you to trust Him, to move, to act, to follow His lead. Because as you do, He'll be faithful to fulfill every promise and bless every step. So take the step. Don't wait until everything makes sense. Don't wait for perfect timing. Walk forward in faith and obedience. Watch how God moves. He's leading you towards something greater than anything you've ever known. The future is in His hands, and He'll be with you every step of the way.